Hey guys, I just ran around here. Hi, it's Katie here from Simply Clean Meals, and today I'm making a pumpkin chia seed pudding that I wanted to share with you because one, it's incredibly easy to make, and I love those recipes that are just throw together kind of recipes. Two, it's just really great to have this time of year, right? So there's pumpkin everything, apple cider. It just feels like fall, but it's really, really good. So I like to eat this for breakfast, sometimes for snacks. I can sometimes get my son to eat it. He's 4 when I remind him that, no, you like it, you like it. And then he tries it and remembers that, oh yeah, I do like this. It is loaded with fiber, with good healthy fat. It's got the pumpkin and the beta carotene from the pumpkin, works well with the fat and the coconut milk. It's just a really great little nutrient rich snack. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make it. You can also find the recipe on my website. It's simplycleanmeals.com. Just go to the blog and then search for pumpkin chia seed pudding, but it's awesome. Okay, so first, let's see. I've got to open up my recipe here. I make it a lot, but I don't make it enough to have the ingredients memorized. Okay, so first we're gonna start with coconut milk. And what I wanted to tell you about this, so this is the coconut milk I'm using. It is just my store brand, but use the full fat one. That's a question I get all the time. Can I use reduced fat one? You can, yes, but I like the full fat one for this. Also, you want to use one that has guar gum in it. So you know me, I'm typically telling you get stuff without added ingredients. But the guar gum actually helps this pudding kind of come together and thicken and stabilize. So look for the guar gum, it's what you want. All right, so let me get this open. So we're not going to add all of the ingredients to the blender. We're just going to add some of them right now, and then we're going to give them a blend and let the coconut milk kind of froth up a little bit. So that was the coconut milk. I need to put this where I can look at it. Oh, and then you add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm actually all out of vanilla extract, so we're going to skip that. And then we have some maple syrup. Now, whenever you see maple syrup in one of my recipes, know that it's always, always, always the real stuff. So look for the real stuff when you can find it. If you don't, and it's 2 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, I'm gonna do like 2.5 today. So if you don't have maple syrup on hand, you can always use honey here as well. That's 2, and a little bit more. Okay. All right, so next I'm gonna do some cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. So for the cinnamon, I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon. I love cinnamon. It's just, I go through it like crazy. I put it in smoothies all the time. I put it in pumpkin spice powder balls. I put it in pancakes and waffles. I just use it all over the place. So a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then just a dash of cloves and a dash of nutmeg. So with cloves, they can get really powerful really fast, so don't add too much. I always kind of measure right into my the lid of my spice jar and then pop it in. And that way I keep my hands clean, right? So I don't have to measure it into my hand, but I also don't accidentally put too much in my food. And then with the nutmeg, I'm gonna use a whole little nutmeg pod. You can see that. I'm not gonna put the whole thing in. That made it sound like I was gonna put the whole thing in. I'm gonna grab my microplane. Hang on one sec. Okay, so we're gonna use a microplane and we're going to grate a little nutmeg into it. So fresh nutmeg you can get at any regular grocery store. It's more expensive than ground nutmeg, but it lasts forever. I've had this for a long time. Okay, so now that all of that is in there, oh, and a little pinch of salt. The salt just kind of balances out all of the sweetness. Now that everything is in, I am going to blend this. And I'm gonna blend it for about 30-45 seconds. You don't have to have a high-powered blender for this. Just go for it. So hang on, it's gonna be loud. Oh, I should turn it on first. Okay, now it's gonna be loud. So that pumpkin I just showed you is the one I recommend for this recipe. You can totally use any canned pumpkin you want, except for Libby's. I have tried this with Libby's before, and Libby's is just a little bit grainy and kind of thick, and it just wasn't a great consistency. It'll still come out, like it'll still be fine, but it just wasn't great. Why I like this brand is that the pumpkin is so smooth. It almost, to me, looks like baby food. Like it's just really, really, really smooth, and it comes out really well. But you can use your store. What I will get too, if my store doesn't have this, my store has an organic pumpkin in their store brand. So I typically get that. That works just fine. But this is by far the best one for this recipe. So then we're gonna add just a cup of this. And I'm gonna measure it out in my dry measuring cup. That might be against the rules, but that's okay. So we're gonna add a cup of this, and that's gonna go in. And then we're gonna add our chia seeds finally. Now I didn't add the chia seeds to the milk at first. Like I didn't just dump everything in because I don't want the chia seeds to get broken up. I want them to stay whole. So I am just going to give this another little blend. And then we're gonna do the chia seeds. So, hang on. I think it is, yeah, 4 tablespoons of chia. I was gonna say 3. Okay, so 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. Now chia seeds are fantastic if you don't use them. Let me show you the bag. This is this ginormous bag that I get at Costco. Let's see, 2, I gotta count because I'll lose track. 3 and 4. Okay, so chia seeds are fantastic. They have lots of omega-3s and 6s, and they have lots and lots of fiber. They're just like a great little seed to have on hand. And what they do is they thicken things. So making this in your pudding, it's gonna make it nice and thick. So let me get it going here. It's just gonna be a quick little blend. Because I just wanna mix the chia seeds up. I don't want them to break apart. So there we go. So that's done. That's it. And I'm gonna pour it into my cups now and then refrigerate it. So I like to use separate little canning jars because I think for me, for my family, in the morning, we kind of like to grab and go. We need something ready. You can make this into a big batch and then spoon it out if you want. But this way, there's just like one thing to clean. This is the storage container and traveling container. And then I like to make a couple little ones too for my son. So yeah, so you put these in the fridge and they need at least 4 hours to get nice and thick. And it's just really, really good. So something that I tell my my members in the Happy Body Collective is when we're talking about sweets and treats, it's not about denying yourself. It's not about not having it, right? It's about choosing your moment. So what's that? I could have ice cream every day. Like I literally could have ice cream every day, but it's about choosing when I want to have ice cream so that I can still feel really great, maintain a healthy weight, and have ice cream in my life. So treats like this, sweets like this, healthy things, I can kind of mix in there. So I do have my ice cream, but then I can also have a pumpkin chia seed pudding, and it tastes awesome, and it still feels like you're having this really kind of fun food, but it's really good for you. There's plenty of fiber. It fills you up. It's like a little meal. So make these. I think that you're gonna like them. And I mean, we just made it here together. Like I was saying, it's crazy easy to put this together. And I'm done. So I've got a little meal or a snack. This is what it looks like. I think you can kind of see. Let's see. There we go. You can see the seeds in there. It looks a little funny, that orange color, but if you like pumpkin, you're fine with it, I know. And it's pumpkin and cinnamon and vanilla and just all this good kind of fall flavors. There's my dog barking at something. So anyway, so that's it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm about to put the link to the recipe in the comments, so if you want the recipe, I'm gonna give it to you. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Make this weekend. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how you like it. And I'll be back next week in my teeny tiny kitchen making another recipe for you. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.